Your little choices become habits that affect the bigger decisions you make in your life. Elizabeth George. My friends, little choices, they become habits. What are those little choices? Putting 10 to 15 minutes a day into following the market each and every day, doing all the practice trading you can. Following these charts once a week or more, taking the trainings that are free in your notes every single day. If you're not signed up at chartingwealth.com for free to receive our daily email that includes our daily reviews, the video reviews, and the weekly review and forecast once a week, which is what we're doing right now, along with the special trainings. The training today that's in your show notes, in your email, is the Monday effect. What is that? Well, that is how so many times what happens on Friday afternoon carries on over into Monday. To learn more, take that training. If you're not signed up, sign up. We have a special training put out each and every day for you, in addition to our daily review. Also, if you're interested in Patreon support, man, we got great stuff. You want to learn about options made simple the Charting Wealth way, sign up. It's the first thing you get in your Patreon package. At any of the 3 support levels, jump into these charts. Stocks are mixed. The S&P 500 up, the Nasdaq 100 down, bonds down, going in the right direction of our trade. Gold about flat, around 0.04%, which is pretty darn flat. Bitcoin, at least on the ETF, the VanEck ETF, that futures ETF, a closed month futures ETF, you will see it's down just a little bit, 0.26%. So let's jump into the S&P, see where we are. We're at the top. When it comes to the STC, it is green. We can see for the last day and a half, almost 2 days, have been about the same point there, topping off about there. Like I said, overall for the day, down a little bit. We're green on the STC on the half day. On the 2-day, we are green there going into the second candle, but again, sort of topping out. Where are we on the weekly? Weekly is still red. We bottomed out on the week beginning the 13th of June, and then we've sort of slid sideways. We were a doji last week. We end this week with a red spinning top, so some indecision. Where are we? I think the market's trying to sort its way out. We're still well below on that half-day chart the 200 EMA. And again, we've come up a little higher than this previously, and then of course we shot down. So let's sort of see where things go this next week. Be ready to jump into a down trade because you can't do an up trade. Why? Because we're below the 200 EMA. So we're looking for potential down moves. Put that in your show notes. And of course, be ready, willing, and able to jump into a practice trade the minute you see the STC go red on this half day. Having the knowledge and understanding that that 2-day is working a little bit against you, but the weekly is working for you. So right now we're a negative on negative 10 on the success multiplier formula. That's where we are on the S&P. Now we go to the Nasdaq 100. It's a little different. It was up a little bit, not down a little bit like the S&P, up 0.13%. And again, we saw where things popped up a little higher in the morning and then didn't hit that high in the afternoon. We're green. We did have a red STC for a little while. Was again, a false start. Did not work for us. Weren't super excited about jumping into it. Why? Because it was flat. In fact, when we saw that happen later with the STC, we didn't pull the trigger on it. And again, on this one, we did, just because part of our rules, we didn't. I could have ruled that out, but I said, no, we've been doing that lately. We'll go ahead and see if it works. Well, it didn't work. That's okay. A lot of these other have. We're up, for the year through June the 15th, we're up 11.15%. So that's beautiful. We'll just wait, watch, and see. That's where we are on the half day. Let's look at the 2-day. Very similar to the S&P 500. We have 2 up candles here. We're in the green for these last 2 up candles. We'll just continue to watch, wait, and see. And of course, the weekly is still down. And again, penetrated all the candle itself back on the week on the 13th of June. That was the last big down time that we, of course, saw in the Qs. Gave us a great successful trade there, or close to it. I think that last one was quite successful. Yes, it was. And then we had a spinning top. We had almost a doji and then another spinning top this week. So lots of indecision there. We're a -10 on the success multiplier formula. And yes, we did have a successful trade, 5.02%. That was a beautiful trade back then. So what are we waiting for here? Well, same with the S&P 500. We're well below the 200 EMA on the half-day chart. Keeping in mind the 2-day is green. Also on the STC, we're nonetheless looking for a potential hammer down move over the course of this next week. If that happens, great. If not, and it continues to go up, no problem. We'll wait for a crossover on the 200 EMA and look for some long moves. That is where we are on our two stock indices. Now let's move to 20-year bonds. Going in the right direction. We had things go from a green to a red STC, which initiated our down move. Of course, we're well below the 200 EMA on the half-day chart. In fact, we're well below the 200 EMA on the weekly and the 2-day chart. Also, bonds have been going down for quite a while. They've been going up for a few days and then rotated over. Gave us an opportunity to jump in. Haven't hit our profit mark yet. That's 3.17%. And of course, remember, we base our profit and loss bands on what? The average true range. Average true range with a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio, which again means that if we have 5 out of, or actually 4 out of 10 trades, only 4 out of 10 trades that work, as long as we balance those X trades, that's our standard trade based upon the volatility risk, you don't lose. You have to literally go down to 3 out of 10 trades. You could almost throw darts at a board. So it begs the question, why are you not doing this? Why are you not practice trading this, learning what we're talking about, and seeing how successful you can be, even if you're not the best of traders? That's why I encourage you. Pay attention to the channel. Give it a shot. It doesn't cost you anything to practice trade. Nobody's telling you to use real money and get hammered. Practice trade all this. See if you can do it. If you can, do it. Keep doing it. Get down all the nuances of it. And feel good about yourself. Okay, that's where we are. We're looking good so far on this down trade on bonds. We look at where things are on the 2-day. It's in the green, although we can see that this latest 2-day candle is really a hammering down. After these up moves slowed down with that green spinning top on that prior candle, weekly is still down. Now, as I told you, we are well below the 200 EMA. Whew, look at this. This is the weekly chart. We're that far down. The 2-day chart, we're well below the weekly. There we are. You can see it up here at the top. So again, lots to catch up on whenever bonds do start cranking up. They have just gone down and down and down and down. So that is where we are on bonds. We are in this inverse trade. And you might say, wait a minute, Tom, why would I buy TLT only to have it go south on me? Well, of course, you wouldn't. You would go to what? Tango, Bravo, Foxtrot. What is that? That is the ProShares short. And look, bingo! It's going in the opposite direction. Isn't that beautiful? Doesn't cost a lot to get in. In fact, the initiation price somewhere around that $19, $20 mark. And of course, as high as, gosh, what were we up to for the high for today? $20.50. So again, quite beautiful. So again, my friends, practice trade this stuff, learn how it works. I mean, success by doing it, on the job training. Give it a shot. You can do it. Lastly, well, no, we still got a couple more to go through. We're going to move on to gold. What's up with gold? Gold looks like it's bottoming out maybe in the short term. I don't know. We had a successful gold trade, 1.72%. Look at what we left on the table. You know, the chart hasn't turned around yet. Well, guess what? We obeyed our rules, 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. It has rewarded us well. We'll stick with it. We did fine. You can never predict the proper bottom. That's why we set risk to reward ratios, and they work for us. Now again, you can always feel free to come up with other plans, like maybe sell half and then let the rest of it ride longer. You could do all sorts of things. Sell half, set a trailing stop, all sorts of stuff that you could do. But again, it's always easy to Monday morning quarterback, always. So gold looks like it might have a short-term bottom. Might, not saying it does. Where are we on the 2-day? Again, red down candles, red on the STC. Where are we on the weekly? Big red down candle. And again, when we look at gold, we are getting closer to that 200 EMA. We are not there yet on that weekly chart, but gold has of late had some real significant down pushes on it. So we'll keep an eye on things. I'm ready for gold to take off. As I've told you guys, I've been ready for gold to take off, but we've been shorting it okay too. So that's where we are on gold. Lastly, we will go to Bitcoin. Where is Bitcoin? Down for the day, 0.26%. Again, this is on XBTF, the Van Eck Bitcoin Strategy Exchange Traded Fund. Now, we can see where Bitcoin sort of made a bottom here, has been going up for a couple of days, really about the same place for the last day and a half. Bitcoin still so much down inertia. We look at the 2-day chart, it's down. I do have, going on to 2 candles of some up move, but that doesn't change the fact that we've got a lot of down energy on that weekly chart too. So again, waiting for Bitcoin to turn around. As it continues to try to find a bottom, we'll see if and when that happens. We've seen a lot of potentials for bottoms and then the bottom dropping out again and again and again. We'll wait, we'll watch, we'll see. I can't wait for Bitcoin to bottom out and turn around, and we'll be here with you as and when that happens. Thanks so much, my friends. God bless, all the best. Hope you have a wonderful weekend from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters. Take care.